Gotta get some tools. I'll be back. Can never have enough tools. Hole saw, drill, driver. Howdy ho, neighbor. Gotta keep the batteries in the house. My back compartment's frozen. I can't get to the battery to turn it on. A little gel coat stress crack right there. But I guess if that breaks, it's just the front of the boat that falls off. Gotta go know where to drill the hole. Well, it looks to be just a gel coat crack. I'm sure when I drill a big hole in there, that'll relieve that stress and help it carry on. They were gonna put the new camera mount right there. That way it clears the cable, 20-inch and the big one, 53-inch. Facing forward to the side, great for pitching, flipping. This one I'll probably take out if I got some real rough water, some rough runs or something. We got some accessories right here. We got an accessory switch right there. We can figure out where that goes. We got some ground connections. You know what is down there? A 7/16 snap-on wrench is down there in the bottom of this boat somewhere. Oh, it's gonna be close. Maybe we move it over one line. All right. There it is. Now, I have to cut them down. Otherwise, you put it on, it'll act just like a rubber gasket, just soft rubber step material. Slots you're gonna have to silicone up. So, razor blade, I'll be back. All right, let's try not to lose skin. I suppose I could just go in and get a pair of scissors, but that would be too easy. Don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. It's like cutting Christmas wrap. So satisfying. Safety first. Hey. Do it without a template. Be a man. What size hole? 1 3/8? No, that's the other one. Yeah, you think it's gonna be for red green? It's gonna be for you guys. All right, for this one, it's 1 1/4 hole. Not 2 1/4, not 1 3/4, not 1 1/2, not 1 3/8. Well, hold on a minute. You tell me I got every size but 1 1/4? So I guess 1 3/8 it's gonna be. I may have to sand it out a little bit. What's gonna happen is gotta have room to drill the holes for the screws. 1 1/8 and then just sand it up. I don't have 1 1/4 hole saw. Pretty sure I don't have 1 1/4 bit. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of sanding. That's not gonna leave a lot of space for the screws. I'd rather have more space for the screws. Back to the old toolbox. Mental note. 1 1/8 with a rotozip. That's why you need a garage. I envy you guys. I spend too much money fishing. Run it backwards to score the gel coat. Not bad, just a couple little pieces of hair. Oh, look at all that all over the screen now. She's hot. All right, we'll clean that up later. It's gonna make a mess. All right, say goodbye to this bit. I just figure in moderate waves there's going to be a lot of torque on this, so I want to try to give as much meat as I possibly can for the screws to grab a hold of. And the one thing I like is it's easily over a 1/4 inch thick like this, so we've got something to bite a hold of, which is a good thing. Cut 4 times, make sure it fits. Don't cut once and have it be too big. She's holding up pretty good. Close. The smoke is the rubber footprint thing there, foot pad. And we're in. We're in. What size hole for the screws? Where are the screws? Who's got the screws? I've got the screws. And the little heat shrink tubey electrical tapey thingy. Phillips. Oh, you look dandy. Oh, just dandy. And my screw hole is number 8. Drill for number 8 screws. What size drill bit is that? I guess we'll just give it the old eyeball look. Oh, that's way too big. That looks like that's the one right there. Hexagon and a round hole. Sure. We don't need to hammer it through. Here we go. She's not leaking yet. Again, I don't want to impact it, so I'm using the drill part. Went in nicely without cracking. We'll try some fancy editing on that one. Let's not forget the trim ring. Get them all in before you tighten them up. And don't be afraid to tighten them by hand. Looks like we got a nice tight seal all the way around. That, fill that up with dielectric grease. Now we just got to go down there and do stuff. And I'm not going to tie into the lights. I'm going to use this handy dandy little accessory switch right here. Let's check on my peeps. That's the fine thread. So we're going to have to use a way too big a screwdriver to remove that. Just because that's the kind of guy I am. Don't need any of those. Just need that one. They have a tendency to be able to move up and down. And I'm going to tell you right now from experience, if this guy pops up just a whisker hair and interrupts the circuit, it shuts the camera off. The camera may come right back on if it makes a connection again. See, use it like a hand screwdriver. Ooh, I don't know that I like that. Maybe I should have faced it backwards. All right, we may do some operation on this and see if we can't turn it around to the other side. I need to go get some more implements of destruction. I like the down, right? So wind, water, all that, it's not gonna, you know, instead of a thing being that way, and you gotta close it forward. And of course, the words, they gotta, you know, you gotta read them from the boat. You can't read them from out here, so it's facing the right way, per the instructions and all that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can turn this around to get the USB ports on the back side. All right. All right. More tools, more stuff, more of a lot of things. Some more dielectric grease, fuse holder, 3-amp fuse, perfect. Maybe we'll put a 5 in it, right? No, I think it's a 2.5 amp. We'll put a meltdown in it. All right, so put the in it. Pre-tin marine connection. I don't think we got to shrink wrap it though, because it's gonna have a wide open connector. I just don't feel like that's gonna be quite long enough. These switches suck. I may not want to use it. See if we can make some sparks. That'll be cool. That looks to be like a ground. And that looks to be a hot. Don't know where that hot comes from, but it's got a pretty stout wire coming up there, and it's only for a GoPro camera. All right, so looks like power, ground. How many tools I have out? Goodness gracious, need some more. Same size wire to power as the USB chargers that the cameras plug into, so I'm fairly comfortable that they're going to be enough. So I was able to clamp that right on the insulation too, so it's going to have a nice secure connection. Plus it's probably not going to fall out. Black is going to be ground like all the rest of them. And this is going to be the one to go out to the light. Why is there a ground on the switch? Ah, for the little light inside the switch. What do you think, overkill? Rolls and rolls and rolls of electrical tape I used to have. All right, that's one. All right, ground wire is good. Okay, now we just got the fuse left. Yep. Aren't you just a little stubborn little bugger? It's the iFixit kit. Great little kit, because, you know, iFixit. Now, let's see if they allow you to turn this around. Gonna need holes on the other side. All right, well, I guess that's gonna have to be on my left hand now. All right, we're running off the front mount, front switch, charging the battery with the YOLOtek. It is a rigid mount. I'm a little concerned in the really, really rough water, so I probably won't have that on in the rough water. It's the little 20-inch for the, you know, kind of like the kayak stuff, but it's the smaller 20-inch, but it'll hold fast, right? It's not gonna move, it's not gonna bounce, it's not gonna come out, not gonna go up and down and come on connected, which is the important part, because that's what happens on the back. And I think when it gets to where it could pop up, I think that's when it starts burning that little spring that's in there for the connection. You'll notice when I'm filming, I'm just trying to get what happens naturally, right? So I'm not trying to film and create a show like that. I'm trying to, you know, do like the old MLFs where you could just watch people fish in the natural environment and you're not worried about what the camera's doing. And that's why I try to not pay attention to the cameras and just pretend like they're not there. I don't want the boys to, you know, ham it up for the camera or stuff like that. I want them to just be natural, because it's always like the natural stuff is what's the most fun. That's what always comes out the best. And that's what I love about doing about it. So at this height, it'll be able to see over the trolling motor, but I don't know what's gonna happen with flipping. Chunking and winding and casting is not gonna be a problem. Flipping could be a problem. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how it works on the boat. But I may buy another one and shorten it, but then I won't be able to see over top of the trolling motor when I'm running down a lake. Some forward views without having the trolling motor in the way. It's a work in progress. It's what it is. Successful installation in the front, and now I want to put another one in the back so I can get one on that side of the boat as opposed to just this side. That way I could possibly have one shooting back, one shooting to the side, one shooting forward. You know, if I have this one focused on us and then this one focused on a tree line or a weed line or laydowns or, you know, stuff that's going on out there, and maybe get some action shots. Not too bad. It's gonna be no different than the front light, at least I hope. All right, I'm gonna sign out and get some stuff to clean this stuff up, zip tie it all up, and let this battery charge.